What's up, everybody? It's Megs. I am here as your acting commissioner for this first mock draft. What in the world are we doing here today? So we have 8 managers here and 8 people from the C2A crew and some adjacents as well that I'll introduce later. We're going to have these people act as the managers of their respective factions, and we're going to go through free agency. We're going to go through the rest of the draft and see what possibly could happen here in the 2021 draft. Thank you guys so much, everybody, for stopping in. I appreciate all of you coming in, and why don't we just get going? So we are going to start at the reverse order of faction standings to declare your guys' draft picks, or actually we're going to start with the free agencies. So starting off, Miss Alex, you are representing Kaiser from the dungeon. What's going on?
Sorry, I just got back from vacation, so.
Oh, all good, all good. It's been a crazy year. But have you had a chance to do some dealing, do some wheeling dealing, and figure out who are you signing, who are you retaining here on your top 3 picks here for the draft?
Listen, I may not be Kaiser, but I'm going to draft like Kaiser, and Kaiser deserves some flipping champions. So the first one I'm drafting is my boy, Robert Parker. Yes, future IG champion. I will be there when he gets that belt across his waist come this year. So get your ass ready. All right, my boy right here. Mm-hmm. All right, my second one is a veteran competitor that I think is going to help rein in the dungeon and really help us out this upcoming season, and that's going to be the classy Clark Wolf.
Pulling the current commissioner out of retirement. I see. Must have been quite the persuasion there. That's two though. Who's
a smart lady? So
yeah.
That's why she chose that. Okay.
Absolutely.
Let's take down that sass level. Okay. And my last pick is that, there's never enough women in Schmoedown. There's never enough ladies within the dungeons. So I'm going to go with the boss-ass babe, Liz Shannon Miller.
Very good. Well, just to reiterate what we have here, you are taking for your first 3 picks, Liz Shannon Miller, the classy one, Clark Wolf, and the Spider Robert Parker. I did not say this first off, but we are going to be spoiling Spectacular. If you have not seen it, what are you doing? Go back, check that out, and then come back and watch the rest of this stream. Alex, thank you so much. We're going to have you sign off for right now, but we will bring you back for the first round of that draft. All right, next up, we are going to be bringing on Mr. PLD. You are representing Sam from The Usual Suspects. How are you?
I'm doing very well, Megs. How are you doing?
Doing well. So what kind of deals do you see Sam making to do well in this draft?
Well, look, Sam is a veteran. He has a veteran advisor. Last year may have been the season of the rookie. This is going to be the season of the veteran. Usual Suspects might not have had the greatest season last year. So we are going to clean out. We're going to clear it all out. We're starting anew, except for one person. We're going to retain one person. That's big-time Ethan Irwin. He's going to be just as powerful as he always is. He's going to get that belt back one way or another, maybe on singles, maybe on teams. We're going to find out different ways, man. Got to find out different ways to do it. But he's not coming alone. No. I'm going all out this year. We are going to go out and find somebody that's just left their faction. In fact, we're going to go find 2 people that left their faction. The first off, the GOAT. Dan Merle is going to be signed by the Suspects, and it's going to be hell's going to break loose, and hell's coming for Gucci one way or another. I can't wait to see who has him representing him, because let's face it, he's a schmuck. But anyway, the number 3 person, there's only one person you can team up with the GOAT, and it's the other GOAT at this point, Ben the Boss Bateman.
All
y'all
right.
managers, you all other managers, you can quit now while you're ahead, because it's all over at this point.
Well, now just to recap what you have here, you're keeping your boy, Ethan Irwin, but picking up, out from under Gucci's nose, Ben the Boss Bateman and Dan Merle. Though, did you really steal him, or did you just pick up what he falsely or maybe Judge didn't throw away, but maybe shouldn't have. Well, time will tell.
Definitely shouldn't have thrown him away, so I'm going to make sure I take advantage of some guys' mistakes, the idiot.
All right, very good. Well, we will say goodbye for now, but I'll bring you back in to hear the next round of your draft. All right, next, we're going to be bringing up Mr. Dillon. You are representing Kate from the Den. How are you, sir?
I'm doing quite lovely. I'm ready to take this faction with that Kate energy at the end of Spectacular, and we're going to bring it up a whole nother level. This ain't the same Den that you saw last season. This isn't your grandpa's Den. This is the new Den. But we've got some old classic faces, and I want to lead with, one of the new charming rookies from last season, now going to be showing up some Den flavor. We're going to put Ben the Bandit Goddard back on this roster. He was too fun the last time. We love him around here. We love all the throwdown, big old nonsense. We love it. One got left. We got two people left on the table, and we'll get to one of them. But S.W.A.G, in their free agency picks, left a very big player on the table for us, and we were more than willing to take it after the performance in the Star Wars division. We're bringing Ace Cabrera into the Den.
Ooh, interesting.
Man. I'm so excited to bring him in. Just left over there, oozing with talent. I can't wait to see him take over the Star Wars division again. And we're going to get that IG belt stuff getting pumped up. But last but not least, this is going to get a little confusing for everybody at home. But believe it or not, the Den drafted Ben Bateman. Now, that's a little confusing because you just saw that the usual suspects had it. So we'll have a nice little debate and figure out where he goes at the end of this whole thing. But Ben Bateman's coming to the Den, mark my words.
Well, we shall see. Just to recap again what you have here, Ben the Bandit Goddard, Ben the Boss Bateman, and Andres Ace Cabrera are your picks for the free agency. Time will tell whether you still are able to retain that Bateman pick, but we shall leave that for after, and we will see you shortly. All right, so next I'm going to bring up Mr. Franken Numbers. You are representing Koi from the Quirky Mercs. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good, but these picks are interesting. Okay.
Yes. So what counter do you have to these interesting picks?
Well, first off, you got to take the one who has a title shot, who's gonna win her title shot, and that's the Brown Dwarf star, Mara Kanopik. This is a no-brainer, right? But then I got to bring my boys back. We had the belt, we lost it, but we're gonna get it back. And that's William the Beast Bibiani and the kid, the fine young tenderoni, Brendan Meyer. We're going to do it this year.
All right. Well, best of luck to you on that. Those are some amazing picks. Just going to throw that back up in the air just to recap. And again, we'll bring you back with your technically fourth round pick for the draft. Best of luck to you.
Thank you.
All right, we are just moving right along here, and next we're going to be bringing on Mr. Robert. Bob Armani LLC, representing Finstock from the Finstock Exchange. I would expect nothing less. How are you doing, sir?
Oh, my apologies. I just got out of a business meeting with Gucci. Let me get dressed for this, because this is... There we go. Much better. I'm representing the best faction. So, I don't know what else there is to say. I don't know why all these other fools are talking about stuff. But, we're going to win this season. Easily. Look, Gucci is manager of the year. He might not be manager of this year, but, just because he's not manager of the year doesn't mean that he's not manager of the year. That goes without saying.
Well, just as a formality, let me know what 3 faction members are you going to be retaining or have signed new for this year?
Oh, absolutely. We will be retaining the Outlaw, John Roca. Easily goes without saying. We will also be getting and keeping Andrew DiMolanta, because he's going to be the new Star Wars champion, and it definitely goes without saying.
All right.
And then there's also what's that guy I got last year? He was great. He's the greatest IG player ever. The Barbarian. We'll be keeping him too.
Okay. Yeah. So just to reiterate here, Outlaw John Roca, Andrew DiMolanta, Craig the Barbarian, solid picks. Best luck to you going into the draft, seeing what else you can come up with.
Thank you.
Absolutely. All right, next we're going to bring on lovely Miss Danny. You are representing Roxy from the Rock Stars. Girl, how are you?
That's right, Stars, baby. I am doing very well. With my picks, I got to go first and foremost with the odd couple, odd forever. Let's do this. Jeff Snyder, Mark Andreyko, let's go. And of course, for my third pick, I have to go with the current Star Wars champion, Mr. Alex Damon. Staying on the team. We're going to wreck shop in Inner Geekdom this year. Cannot wait. Those are my picks. Let's do this. Stars, baby.
Excellent. Awesome. Well, again, spoilers for Spectacular. You are currently having all gold here in your faction with the new teams champions as well as the still reigning Star Wars champions. So starting off strong, girl. Hoping you can keep it up through the rest of this draft. So we shall see you soon.
Let's do this.
All right. Next, I'm going to be bringing on Mr. Jake Iacovetta. You are representing S.W.A.G, Drip Drip, and also the Winston Marshall. How are you doing tonight, sir?
Oh, I'm about to drip all over these hoes. So
Okay,
I'm good. I'm good to go.
Who are you keeping?
Well, obviously, I got to pick, spoiler again, the reigning IG champion who will be keeping that title the whole year, Mr. Chandru Dantapani. And then also, I will be keeping the team that will be the next team champion, especially after the season they had. Mr. Paul Oyama, Lon Harris, final exam. Let's do it.
Excellent. Again, just running down that list, that very strong performance by Chandru there in the IG championship, along with the final exam. Did very well this year despite not being able to quite get to that championship match. But best of luck to you as we move forward then into the next season. All right. Last, and certainly would never say least, we have Mr. Nat, representing the Queen of Korruption herself, Shannon Barney, representing the Korruption faction. How are you, sir?
Dr. Megs, I am doing fantastic. It's very fitting that the best member of Call to Action is representing the best faction. So let's do this. I'm so pumped. I'm ready.
All right. Again, this is going to be spoilers for Spectacular, but as a formality, what 3 picks did you declare at the Spectacular that you were going to be retaining going into this next season?
I'm sure all these nerds in the chat know already, but I'll shout it again from now on if you want me to. I am keeping the singles champion, Adam Collins. I am keeping the Chance Ellison. And obviously, I'm keeping the killer, Mike Kalinowski.
All right. Again, no surprise to any of us that were present for Spectacular, but just to reiterate, Adam Collins, Chance Ellison, and Mike Kalinowski. I know there was a lot of talk about you needing to retain Shannon wanting to retain some competitors from this past season, so best of luck being able to keep that going.
Can I just say one more thing before we get this draft started? If any of these sad sack of losers so much as looks at Marisol or Laura Kelly, I will gouge out your eyeballs and feed them to my dog.
Strong statement on we will finish out this free agency period with that, but not quite. As you might have noticed, there was a little bit of a double naming. The Den and the Usual Suspects both claimed that they had signed Ben the Boss Bateman into their factions for this next year. So we'll just bring those 2 managers on here. And gentlemen, how this is going to work. You don't necessarily get to convince Ben the Boss Bateman that you are the best fit. You will have to convince me. You will each have 30 seconds to give your points as to why you feel that Ben is the best fit for your particular faction. And At the end of those 30 seconds, I will give that to each of you. If I have follow-up questions, you'll have an additional 30 seconds to give your answer. And then I will be determining, based on your arguments, who will be able to retain Bateman as their third pick. And the faction that is not able to retain, you will need to give me your alternate pick. Everything understood?
Affirmative. Roger that.
All right. So I shall start with allowing PLD, or the usual suspects, to pitch first.
Oh, no, I deferred. The judge had to start first.
Yes, you did. You did defer. So, Dylan, you will be presenting your argument first. You will have 30 seconds. I will have a timer up here in the corner that will count you down. Yes, very good. And are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. In 3, 2, 1.
So let's do a quick history lesson of what happens when you put Bateman on a faction with a bunch of other incredible, wonderful players. He does not have his best season. He has one of the worst seasons he has while being a top-tier player. Let me remind everybody, Bateman is coming in with the cackle and the shades this time. He wants to sit there and have this competition. He can't sit there and go full heel, have the full toolbox that he needs to knock off Merle, Irwin, and all these other players if he's playing nice with them on the same faction. He's coming over here because that way he can go gloves off and as hard as he wants.
And time. All right, Strawn, at PLD, I will need to give you your timer. You do not get free reign here tonight. In 3, 2, 1, present your argument.
Look at this. You know, you could say anything you want about last year. Last year's last year. We all know that the two egos, Bateman and Rokan, are together. They're the ones that things about. With Dan, he's fine with Dan. He's going to be fine with Sam. He's going to be fine with advising with Rachel Cushing. He knows the Schmoedown more than anybody else as far as strategy goes. He wants to be with other strategy players. Sam knows the game. Rachel knows the game. Dan knows the game. Kate does not know the game very well. She's a great manager, but not that style of manager. You can put Ben with Dan Merle. He wants a 1A player to be with, and that's Dan Merle or Ethan Irwin.
Time. Very good. All right. So I'm going to give a follow-up question to each of you to give me kind of some final words here. So, Dylan, I would like you to answer in 30 seconds or less.
Okay.
Who you see as Ben's partner. I know he is looking for that strong competitor to be his next team's partner. He has said that on multiple occasions, on multiple platforms. So pitch to me what you would present as his future teammate and why that is going to be the winning combination to get him to that team's title. In 3, 2, 1.
So I'll say this. Obviously, we only got 2 other people in the faction. Ace is not a singles or teams player, so Ben obviously looks like the tag on him. But the trick is, it wouldn't be Ben Goddard. We may try Ben Goddard in a later part of it and just to see how the chemistry works, because they've been doing backstage stuff for a while. They work well. But for me to say who his other partner would be, I would say you got to stay tuned for the draft picks, because my other partner for him is hiding in there, and I don't want to give that away just yet. Sorry to be vague, everybody.
Okay, so sounds like you are leaving his future partner up to chance in the draft. Very good. So, PLD, my follow-up to you is we have seen Ben on high-level with other high-level competitors before. So tell me a little bit more about the dynamic as to why the usual suspects will not have the same power struggle and self-implosion that we saw with the Finstock exchange.
Because Bateman Merle doesn't have any ego issues. Merle's happy to play with whoever. Merle just wants to win. That's what Bateman wants to do. Bateman might have a little bit of struggle with Roka, but he wants to be with a winner, and Dan Merle's a winner. Ethan Irwin's a winner. I can offer him 2 1As right there. We can be fluid. We can, depending on the draft goes, we could put Merle in IG. We could have Bateman with Merle. We could have Bateman with... I'm going to let him choose his partner if he wants to, potentially. There's no ego involved when they want to win. If it's only ego clashing when there's ego clashing. There's no ego clashing here. Ben, Dan, and Ethan are all going to be the same page.
Okay. Very good. All right. You both have given me very interesting things to discuss. Neither of you gave me solid choices on who his team partner will be, so that is very interesting. And it will be very interesting to see how that will shake out. But looking at your arguments, we are going to allow... Suspense is killing you both, isn't it? So, Danny going in there with his excellent. What we're going to do, I'm going to allow the Den to retain Ben Bateman.
Yes!
So, what that means...
From the bottom all the way. Thank you.
Oh, goodness gracious.
It's all right. You don't think I have a backup plan? I have backup plans for backup plans. Don't worry about it. Get out of here, Bateman.
All right,
Go join the
I'm going to
losers.
go ahead and remove you here. So, PLD, what...
My
number would
backup
you-
plan then is this. You're going to have to bring on somebody else because I'm fighting for him now. Bring on that
Okay.
loser Gucci representative.
Okay.
Because the Bateman's not going to be on the suspects. It's going to be the Barbarian that's on the suspects.
Okay, so same rules shall apply. PLD, would you like to argue first, or would you like to defer?
I'll actually go first this time. I'll be happy to go first this time.
Okay, very good. You shall have 30 seconds to give your opening argument as to why Barbarian deserves to be on the suspects above Finstock in 3, 2, 1.
Very easy. If you watch the Schmoebate Spectacular rundown afterwards, Barbarian was in the chat, and Barbarian said, I can't believe Roca and Gucci turned on Dan Murrell like that. He said, I can't believe the disrespect that they gave Dan Murrell. That's what he said. You think he's going to do that and come back to Gucci and Roca, or is he going to want to team with Murrell and the suspects?
Yielding your time.
That's it. That's all I need to say.
All right. Robert, you shall have 30 seconds to pitch as to why Barbarian will need to be retained by the Finstock Exchange in 3, 2, 1.
Look, this is real easy. This is nothing but extreme loser behavior here. Like, what kind of loser is sitting here arguing and fighting for Bateman? You sat here, and not only that, but you lost Bateman to the Den. That's extreme loser behavior here. Why should you get Barbarian? Do you not remember last season when I'm the one who brought Barbarian on? He owes me. He likes me. He likes Gucci. I mean, he likes all of us. So, yeah, extreme loser behavior. You're arguing for Bateman. Get out of here, loser.
Okay. Very interesting. Very, very interesting behavior by both competitors. Now, Gucci, I'd like to hear why Barbarian would not fit in the usual suspects. You're saying why that he should...
I didn't know that Christian worked with silver pitchers. Sorry to say.
Haha, very good. So we are going to go in reverse order here. Robert, if you could give me a little bit of insight as to why the Finstock Exchange is the best place for him to be in 3, 2, 1.
Look, it's quite simple. Like all last season, you heard nothing but everyone in the exchange raving about how great the Barbarian is, how he's there for them. He's there for all of us, and he's there for Gucci as well. Gucci, again, was the one that brought him in to the Schmoedown, as you saw last season. Everybody loves the Barbarian. He loves everyone in the exchange, and he wants to stay with the winning faction. Why would he go to another faction? This is the one that's going to win. I mean, goes without saying.
All right. So, Paul, can you give me some insight as to what you offer the Barbarian that Gucci does not, from a experience standpoint, from a possible team standpoint? Give me another pitch in 30 seconds.
See, I did run out of time a little bit. I'm offering him respect and friendship. He already respects Murrell. He already showed that case. He doesn't like Gucci. He doesn't like Roca, how they treated Murrell. You have Murrell on the team respect. He knows Ethan Irwin. He's friends with Ethan Irwin. Come on now. You have the three of the best players in the league together. Barbarian can be on a team with Irwin if you want. Again, I'll give him the same choice I gave Ben. Irwin, Murrell. Either way, it's a top flight team. How can you go against that? And it's respect and friendship. The whole big 9 yards.
Very good. All right.
Very respect. He respects me. I'm the one who got him in the Schmoedown.
How about you respect the commissioner and be quiet?
That's fine.
All in good fun, guys. All in good fun. All right. So we have another fight on our hands. The Barbarian going between the Finstock Exchange or the usual suspects. And my decision here is that we're going to keep shaking things up. Barbarian goes to the suspects. So, PLD, congratulations. I am going to bring you down here.
You gotta do what I gotta do, Chairman. You gotta do what I gotta do.
Look. Even Harloff knows something or another. He knows that was a good idea. I don't understand this.
All right. So now, unfortunately, you are down a competitor. Do you have a backup or another competitor that you would like to sign, or would you like to go into the draft with only 2 picks?
I will go ahead and choose a third to save right now.
Okay.
Let me look over this winning list I have here.
Okay. Very good.
So I'm gonna lose Barbarian, right? That's
Yes.
what's decided. Okay.
Yep. And I need someone to replace him.
So I'm gonna go ahead and choose another person who's gonna be a potential winner for us. Let's go ahead and sign that goofball over there, that hitman guy. Let's go ahead and grab that Brandon Hanna real quick, because I need someone to shut that Chandru freak up.
Okay, going with the hitman. Bold move there. So just to reiterate, folks, where we're at now. Finstock Exchange has lost Barbarian, but gains Brandon the Hitman Hannah. So very good. Again, best of luck to you, sir. We shall see you shortly for the rest of the draft. All right, everybody, we have had some very interesting developments here already. So what we are going to be doing here very shortly is we're going to be starting into what is essentially the 4th round of the draft. It'll be these managers' 4th pick of the night, because they have already chosen their 3 for free agency. And we'll be updating you guys on the where we're at as far as who's picked who at the end of each round. We are going to be doing this in Schmoedown fashion, where we'll be doing a snake draft in the reverse order of the standings. So give me just one moment to update something here, and we will get ourselves going. And to start off with, again, we are going to be bringing back the lovely Alex, representing the dungeon. You're shaking your head, my dear. What's going on?
I'm surrounded by asshats. That's it. These people are ridiculous. They're complete lunatics in these picks. Don't matter. It's easier for me to take my next crew. All right. My pick for round number 4 is my boy, my man, my 3-division competitor, Eric Zipper.
All right. So for the dungeon, you are picking Eric, the Z-Man Zipper. Excellent. All right. Thank you. We shall see you again in the next round. And someone that we've been seeing quite a bit this free agency and now into the draft, Mr. PLD. You've had quite an evening already. But what shall be your first official draft pick of the night?
Okay, this is going to be easy for me. I already have, with Merle and Irwin and Barbarian, I have singles teams and IG already covered at this point. One division I don't have yet so far is Star Wars. And I'm going to take the next Star Wars champion, the one who's going to bring down Alex Damon, and I'm going to piss off the queen while I do it. Laura Kelly is coming home to the suspects.
Okay, again, very strong move going after one of Shannon's players. I wish you good luck in the remainder. All right, next we're going to be bringing up Dylan. Again, you've had quite an evening as well, sir, but you were able to keep Bateman in that well-fought debate. What are you going to do next?
Oh, goodness. I am so excited they left more talent for the taking. Oh, man, it's Christmas. I'm feeling festive. We're going to bring that holiday cheer in. We're going to bring in Ben Bateman's new partner, and a complete person, a very different side of the table from the spectrum of heel versus face. We're bringing Alonzo Duralde into there, and we're making such a sweet good tag team out of that. Oh, Merry Christmas to the Den.
Oh, great. Very good. Well, best of luck as you continue on here. Next up, bringing up Frankie Numbers with the Quirky Mercs. What do we think so far?
Interesting turn of events here, because I was prepared to go one way, but now I must go another. If I'm not mistaken, I feel like I haven't missed anything. So,
Okay.
excuse me if I get this correct or incorrect, but I do believe Marisol McKee is still available.
She is. She definitely is also available technically on this table. So that is your declared pick for your round 4?
That's my no-brainer of a declared pick, yes.
Okay, very good. Again, best of luck to you on the next go-around. All right, again, someone else that we've been seeing a lot of. Mr. Robert, you are back again. What?
I'm always here. Like, I'm just watching.
Okay. Well, as you've been watching, who do you want as your round 4 pick? You can't get Roca again, so.
And I wouldn't. Who would pick Roca 4th? I didn't, like, Gucci didn't pick Roca 4th the last time. It just happened to be when he said the name. All of y'all bent that out of shape. I mean, seriously.
All right, fair. Who do you like?
I'm sitting behind the scenes and I'm hearing everyone saying like, "Oh, happy Merry Christmas or Happy Birthday to me." I get to get this person or so. Y'all forgot like easily the best one, and it's gonna be the best team ever because it's the best faction. Goes without saying. I'm going to partner John Roca with the Godfather Drew McWeeny. Best team right there.
Bringing Drew out of retirement. That is big news here. Well, we shall see what happens here forthwith. But
they're going to win. That's what you're going to see happen. It's all winning. That's all this team does. That's all this faction does is win.
Good to know. We shall see you again. All right, coming back up around again, Miss Danny. What shall be the Stars' 4th round draft pick?
All right, for the 4th round draft pick for the Stars, someone who definitely needs a manager that's going to help them push through and shine, and I am going with Mr. Paul Preston.
The powder keg himself.
Let's
Very
go
good.
bring the Stars. Let's do this.
All right, best of luck next round. We're going to pull you off here. And we are going to move right along to our second to last for this round. Jake, what do you see Winston doing in this position?
Well, we've already got the IG champ and Chandru, and we got the next team champs in final exam, so might as well go for Star Wars. And the only person that I think can beat Alex Damon is his wife, Molly Damon.
All right. Pitching the Damons against each other, again, keeping them on separate factions. We'll see if that works out for you, sir.
Yep.
Oh, sorry. Cut you off a little bit there. And last to go in this round, sure there'll be many things to be said. Nat, what would you like to do?
Megs, I did not realize we were drafting with 2 dead men. I am gonna make Paul and Frank's lives a living hell. I'll tell you that much. Let me ask you something. If you have a championship team, would you want to mess it up? I don't think so. I am taking Mark Edward Hoyk.
Okay. Sticking with former players. We shall see. And actually, since we are going in snake order, I will keep you on here, but give you guys a little recap of where we are currently. Starting with Korruption, we had their top 3 picks, plus Mark Edward Hoyk. S.W.A.G picking up Molly Damon along with their 3 picks. Danny on the Stars picking up Paul Preston. Finstock Exchange after a bunch of little swaps here, ending up with Brandon Hanna along with his other 2 picks, and Drew McWeeny snaking down here to the Quirky Mercs. Frank picking up Marisol McKee. Sorry to open up that wound there, Nat. But the Den able to retain Bateman, also picking up Alonzo Duralde. Suspects picking up Laura Kelly, and Alex of the Dungeon picking up Eric the Z-Man Zipper. Now, Nat, because we're going in snake order reverse, you have the first pick here in this 5th round. So, what will be your pick for this round?
Well, unlike some people here, I stay loyal to my team. I am taking Elliot Dewberry.
Okay. Again, you mentioned keeping teams together, so that makes sense. Best of luck with the next one. I'm going to go ahead and pull you off here. And to answer that next, Jake, who do you have as S.W.A.G's next pick?
I'm going with a legend who's been getting a lot of shit lately, undeservedly, and he's ready for a big comeback. And I think he needs a change of pace with a more, laid back kind of faction. So I'm taking Mr. Yodi, Mark Riley.
Mark Yodi Riley, going with a former champ and a very established player. We shall see how that works out. Next, bringing back in Danny Joy. Who do you have?
For my next pick, again, someone who I believe needs a manager that's going to make sure that they are in the forefront and being the rock star that they are. And so for my next pick, I am going with Janine the Machine. She needs a manager like Roxy Stryer behind her back. So definitely putting Janine on this list.
All right. Excellent. Best of luck next round. All right. And coming back around yet again. Robert, what would the Finstock Exchange like to do next?
I'm gonna make a weird out there choice here. I can't believe these losers left this person out there. It blows my mind. I'm gonna start building up another winning team right next to Roka and McWeeny. We're gonna go with that weird guy, that Tom guy.
Oh, okay. I see. Wow. We shall see what comes next, but I'm going to drop you out here. And we're going to bring back in Frank. What would the Quirky Mercs like to do next?
Well, this is working out pretty well. I could not pass
Okay.
up a budding superstar in Marisol McKee. I just couldn't do it. So now I need to cover all my bases. I got singles and teams on lock, along with Inner Geekdom, obviously with Morrow. But I need to lock up Star Wars. So I'm going back to my guy, Joseph Scrimshaw.
Okay. Picking up in one of arguably the biggest and best matches of the year in that
That's right.
Star Wars tournament. So
We're just close.
So close.
We'll get it this year.
So close. All right. Next up, we are going to loop back around here. Dylan,
Hey.
how is your night going?
My night's been going amazing so far, and it's
Very
only
good.
about to get better. The potential is here. The den is ready. I told you we're coming in feisty, so we got to bring the boys back together. It may not be a tag team. We'll see how the experiment with Ben and Alonzo goes, but just in case that goes south, a plan B for team action to return, I'm bringing Andrew Guy to the den, everybody.
Okay.
Welcome home.
I think you probably just made a lot of people in the Action Army happy with that prospect. Hopefully it works out for you.
Mhm.
All right, next. Alex. What is the next move for...
It's me. It's me.
I'm sorry. They're not in the correct order here in my thing, so...
It's me.
Rookie mistake, sir? Sorry.
That's all right. I'm not going to let this shenanigans get me down. Christian, if you're in the chat, can I draft you? Are you gonna? Can we talk? What can I offer you to come back? You let me know. DM me. Let me know what you'll take. I'll let you know. But for right now, anyway, I'm not going to take. I'm not going to take Christian. I am going to take the one who had a perfect game at the end of the year. She's got the sky is the limit for her. I think she's going to be great on singles. I think she's going to be great on teams, and she's going to be a character. Drew Grant, Video Drew, coming to the suspects.
Okay. Well, that is a very bold move there. So, bring you off here. I apologize.
I wouldn't even try to take Drew, okay? Like, that's adorable, okay?
So what would the dungeon like to do in response to that? I know she was a big one for your squad last year.
Her loyalty is unwavering. I have no doubt. She's going to be requesting to trade back to the dungeon. Facts of life, so sorry. I would have to say... My boy, I have to say, he's a competitor that competes in 3 divisions. This last season wasn't his greatest, but he showed so much potential, and I cannot wait for him to kick so much ass. He's going to kill it. He works so hard for being a part of the faction. His name is Adam Witt.
All right. I see. Very good. Well, that does conclude the end of round 5. Give me one moment. We're going to just do a quick recap here. And to recap where we were at, we had, and again, we're going to go in reverse here, but we had, actually, let's snake back up here. Woo. There we are. All right. Nat with Korruption taking on Elliot Dewberry. We had S.W.A.G picking up Mark Yoder Riley. We had the Stars picking up Janine the Machine. Finstock Exchange picking up Tam. Or that may not work with the new removed Chicago accent, sorry. And then we had Joseph Scrimstraw going to the Quirky Mercs. Andrew Guy, if we can find him, going to the Den. Video Drew going to the Usual Suspects, and Alex picking up Adam Witt for the Den. Now, as said before, you do now have the first pick in this round for round number 6. Who would you like to pick up?
Someone that actually played undefeated this past season. You know, she's pretty amazing. She's fantastic, very underrated, and not talked about nearly enough in teams or singles. Sassy Stacey Howard. I'm drafting her to the dungeon.
Okay. Pull it in. Okay. Don't know if you heard that sound, but I did, but all right. We shall see you shortly, my dear. All right, bringing back in PLD. How's your evening going?
It was going well. It was going well until that last pick. I was going to take Stacey Howard. I thought about that. So Alex broke my heart, as she usually does. We're going to have to find someone to replace that. And
all right. Well, I'm just going to be fixing something over here. So you let me know.
I will. You're right. And she's one of the most underrated players in the league, and I do want her on my team. But this is the way the cookie crumbles, so I'm going to have to pull somebody else. I'm going to have to go a little bit of a different direction. I think what I'm going to do, though, is get another strong female. She's underrated. She's got a lot that she's going to develop into this next season, I believe. I'm going to pull on Jen Kemp.
Okay. So someone who that you will actually be pulling back. You had her during this season, had some strong showings, didn't necessarily pull out the wins there, but some strong showings to be sure. Excellent.
I agree.
Excellent. All right. Dylan, what is the den going to be doing after creating I'm sure, a wave of screams and excitement in the packed house at the draft?
Oh man, it is getting wild over here at the den. So we need somebody a little bit more calm. We're having way too much testosterone up in this den. We need a mama. We need a mama to come on in, and there's nobody who's more fun than Queen Lion Mama herself. We're bringing back Rachel Silvestrini back to the den where she belongs, and she's gonna have so much fun with the gang. Welcome back.
All right. Strong pick indeed. We shall see where this leads. Going back around here, Frank.
Yeah.
What are you thinking over there?
Where it gets a little iffy because a couple picks went off that I'm not surprised, but I was kind of holding out hope.
Okay.
I'm trying to find someone to pair with Marisol. I think someone that, since we are going to be digital, someone that's familiar with the format, has dabbled with that arena and is familiar. I'm going to go with, I'm going to take a shot here, but I'm going to go with James White.
Okay. Very, very high touted rookie in the beginning of the season. Hey, Adam Collins was a rookie when he was paired with Marisol, and they looked pretty strong there at the beginning as well. So shall see.
We're going to try it out.
We'll see how that works. Very good. All right. Coming back around again here. Robert, what shall we be doing with the Finstock exchange?
You know what? You're all losers.
Yes.
That's what this is. Y'all are all losers. Your picks are all loser. Definitely loser behavior. Absolutely. I can't believe y'all left. Y'all are picking up people who are losers. They've lost games, therefore, by definition, losers. And you forgot the one major one that was the showstopper last season. Absolutely. So we're gonna.
And that is.
She's gonna be the partner to Tom. We're gonna take to the best faction ever, Perry Nemiroff.
All right. Again, hope it works out for you, sir. We shall, as I'm sure you are supremely confident in your abilities here.
Absolutely, definitely will.
All right. Coming back around, Miss Danny.
All right, so there are a lot of picks that I could have gone with, especially at this moment in the draft, with as many players that are still on this board that are great players. But I think I'm gonna take this player who I believe should be in Roxy's faction, because not only will they be able to learn under someone who has a belt in this specific faction, they can grow, and they need someone. And Roxy is going to need someone to participate in this specific division while Alex Damon sits and plays in the Inner Geekdom. So for my next pick, I'm going to go ahead and take Mr. Sean Sullivan. Come on over, buddy. Let's do this.
All right. Picking up another Star Wars player. Very, very interesting move. Again, as we're going through here, these people are drafting as they believe their respective managers they're representing would. So we shall see how this works out. Next, we are going to be coming back around. Jake, what would you like to do as S.W.A.G's number 6 draft pick?
Well, we have another up-and-coming player. Had a little bit of a stumble, but I think would also fit really well, and that is Warfather.
Okay, and I do believe there was you've seen this as, very, very interesting choice. We shall see how this would hypothetically work out. All right, come back around again. Nat, how are we holding up over there?
Is it my turn again?
It is. Yes.
Well, when you're the number one faction, you have to wait a long time in between turns. So I'm glad I'm finally back. I'm ready to make my pick.
And what shall that be?
Well, this man has competed under the corruption flag before, but he has not competed under my management. Welcome back to the dark side, Tim Franco.
Okay. Bringing Franco back. Now, that does conclude our round 6, and we are going to be moving back around into round 7. Before we do, I'll give you a quick recap again of where we're at, give you guys a chance to see kind of where we are. Starting off with the dungeon, Alex picked up Stacy Howard, adding to her faction. Then PLD brought in Jen Kemp. Dylan bringing in Rachel Silvestrini. Frank with picking up James White. Robert picking up Perry Nemiroff for the Finstock exchange. Danny getting Sean Sullivan for the Stars. And Warfather going to S.W.A.G. And Nat, you recently just picked up Tim Franco, and now...
I did.
Yes, now we are in round 7. You now have, again, the first pick in this round. What will be your next pick?
I don't know what these people are doing. They're picking up people who might never play again. How is this man still on the board? I'm taking Whitney Seibold.
Okay. Again, bringing someone that is a established player, haven't seen as much of in recent this month or this season, but we shall see what happens next season. All right. Bringing back in Jake. Now that you've seen what's happened there, what will be S.W.A.G's next move?
Well, I'm picking someone else who hasn't fully reached their potential, but could under a manager that actually knows what her name is. So I'm going with Emily Rose Jacobson.
Okay, picking up yet another IG competitor there. All right, very good. Coming back around again. Danny, are you ready for the Rockstar's next pick?
I'm gonna
We're getting down to the nitty-gritty here.
I have to be now. I'm marking off all of these things, trying to keep up with everything. I forgot where my place was. So just because I'm gonna have to do this right on the fly, and you know what? Fuck it. Everyone else is pulling out these magic tricks for their draft picks. I'm gonna go ahead and do the same thing. Let's do it. JTE, put them on the list. Rockstars, let's go. Stars, baby. JTE.
All right. Potentially getting the band back together, though maybe not on the same team, but Snyder and JTE, they're back on the same faction again. All right. Excellent. All right. Mr. Robert, we are back around again.
Yeah.
Back around again.
So for my next pick, I decided I'm going to go a little outside of what Gucci would potentially do and use a little strategy and think ahead. Typically, we just get like winners right out the gate. It goes without saying. But this time we're going to go with someone that's maybe had a little bit of time watching the Schmoedown. Someone who knows, who has intimately studied the Schmoedown. Someone who may have even reacted to the Schmoedown before. So I'm going to go with easily, in my opinion, one of the greatest reactors ever. I believe his name is Robert Montano, I believe, is from that Late to the Party crew.
Oh, okay. Yes.
Fantastic work those people are doing over there. So, yeah, we're going to grab Robert Montano.
Okay. Well, good job at eventually figuring out the name, but best of luck all around on the next pick.
Figure it out, we win. That's all we got to do here.
Very good. All right. Frank, what are we doing here?
You know, there's advantages to being me. I know things that most people don't know. But they will know. And the name I'm about to give you You don't have a picture for this person. You may have never heard of this person, but I can tell you who has heard of this person. And when I say this name, you better go check on the Star Wars champion, because he just might be shaking in his boots when I announce that I am drafting Thomas Harper.
Okay.
Remember that name, because he knows Alex Damon from the Dragon Con competition. Alex Damon knows exactly who I'm talking about, and that's all that matters.
We shall see. We shall see. Bringing in a ringer of someone that is brand new to this league. Bold move. All right. Next, Dylan.
This draft is wild. We're just picking
Yes,
random
it
kids
is.
off the street now. Can you believe that?
You know?
We'll see. We'll see. Robert Parker had a big name to him too, and best run. I love Robert Parker though, so no insult. No insult. He's gonna have a great next season. But we're not here to talk about Robert Parker and IG. We're here to talk about the undisputed Marvel Exhibition champion in IG this next season. We're grabbing Sean Gerber. Oh, and we're going to make him a star. Oh, he's going to be so good in this den. Oh, man, it's going to be a good time.
All right. Solid pick. He's had a solid showing in previous matches. We'll see if he can translate that into more this season. All right. Mr. Paul, went in the correct order this time.
You did.
Are you prepared for your next pick?
I have a couple. I'm mulling over. So.
Okay. Well, I mean,
go.
Yeah, we've had some interesting developments. I think this draft thus far.
Very much so.
Some things I was kind of expecting. Some maybe I wasn't quite. So definitely. Again, guys, this is our mock draft. We're gonna see. Try and draft like these managers would, and see how close we are come January. So,
all right.
Are you ready?
I think I am.
I
am. I think I want to solidify my IG. I do have the Barbarian for IG. I do have Merle for IG potentially if we're going to go that route. But just in case we need a third, in case one of those don't want to commit, I'm going to bring in a hothead. A guy who promotes like nobody's business. He's going to be able to get out there and tell everybody about the suspects. The one and only, the dog stole his bacon. Mr. Saul is going to come to the suspects.
I see. Pulling another, trying to see if he can return the favor. Pulling somebody from that was previously on the den.
That's right. A little needling at Dylan.
We shall see how that works out. All right. Thank you very much. Miss Alex, how are things?
People are really making some really awful choices. And, it just makes it that much easier for me, though. So I'm really happy about that.
Well, I'm glad somebody's making things easy for you. So,
I'm excited for that. Good for you.
What would you like to do for your 7th round pick?
My 7th round pick just completed his first year. He will be returning to the dungeon. His name is Vinny Mancuso. Killing it.
Bringing the ice pick back.
Indeed. He's a staple.
All right. Very good. Well, again, you will be sticking around for the first pick of this next 8th round, but I do want to, again, do a little recap, make sure you guys are all staying up to speed on where we were at so far. Nat, for Korruption, picked up Whitney Seibold. Then, swing over here, Emily Rose Jacobson went to S.W.A.G. JTE is being retained or pulled back by the Stars. Robert Montano is picked up by Finstock Exchange. Frank pulling out a rookie pick here with Thomas Harper, formerly known for competing in Dragon Con. Coming into Dylan with the Den, picking up Sean Gerber. PLD picking up Saul for the usual suspects. And then just recently, Alex, your choice to retain or pick again Vinny Mancuso from the dungeon. Now, that completes our round 7. We're going to move right along here to round 8. Only 2 more rounds left into this draft. We are going to fill out everybody's rosters with 10 picks. So, Alex, who would you like next?
Who is my next pick? A competitor y'all have slept on completely. She's fantastic. She's amazing. She's a pretty powerful witch. Really bad.
All right. Very good. Oops. I feel like I am torturing that name, but apologies. I will fix it all when we do the official one. Thank you, Alex. All right. Paul, back again so quick.
You'll fix it in post. It's okay.
Yeah, it's all good. All right. What would the suspects like to do for the 8th round pick?
All right, this is where I'm going to go. I want to go for someone who didn't have the greatest opening match, but I think she has a lot of potential. She's going to get a lot of matches. People like her. People know her. We just got to mold her. Put her with someone like maybe a Rachel Cushing to help teach her some of the ways. She's young. She's ready to win. Sabrina Ramirez is coming to the suspects.
All right. Very good. We shall see where this leads. With coming back around to Dylan. From that look on your face, either you are very happy or someone just ruined your evening.
Nope, I'm dodging bullets. The Den has never been a stronger faction, a more interesting faction, and it has all the best teams, and we're about to make the very next hottest team on the brick. It's a 2-0 player from this last season. I'm a big fan of their work. You probably know him from that small little indie flick. Clerks, maybe Mallrats. We're drafting Rachel Silverstrini's new tag team partner because we're making dreams come true. Kevin Smith to the Den. Let's go.
All right. Wow. Very interesting move, pulling Smith off of the faction that he was at previous season.
Bye,
and we're gonna find out. Frank, you're acting as coy here. Just saw one of your players pulled out from under you. What's going through your mind right now?
I'm not worried about it because, first of all, no one else has his phone number but me. So good luck getting in contact with him. Second of all, yeah, I'm just gonna. I can get on with my next pick and I'll talk about that later. We're like that.
Go right ahead. Yeah, we can move on.
I do believe is Jada Paramo still available out there?
He has not been picked up in this draft, no.
Yeah, we're going to go ahead and take Jada Paramo.
All right. Very good. Excellent. Thank you very much. All right. Next up, Mr. Robert, are you prepared for your 8th round pick? You open another beverage, I hear.
Look, I can't believe the loser crap that's happening here. That son of a bitch from the Den took my next pick. I call shenanigans on that. Kevin Smith belongs over here. He's a great director. He's not a loser. He belongs over here with the best faction.
Well, then we could continue talking about your supposed spilled milk, but what is your next pick?
My next pick was also going to be Sabrina, but unfortunately now I got to listen to Hannah talk about why Sabrina's not on the same faction that he is. You know what that means for us, right? It's gonna be a great loser fest over here listening to that. So I don't want to split anyone else up like that just because it's gonna be bad. We already got one reactor. Let's get another reactor and let's grab that Vanessa. Vanessa's awesome. Let's bring her over here because we'll have the best reactors of all time on the best faction of all time. That's how it should be played. That's the perfect game. Vanessa Fitzsimmons for the Finstock Exchange.
Okay, thank you very much. All right. Next up here, Miss Danny. How are we doing?
Okay. So far, so good.
Yeah, no, you're doing good.
Going through some of these choices, looking at what everyone's picking, trying to figure out who fits best with Roxy and all of that. And I think from the list that I had prepared to go into this, I'm gonna go with Gray Drake.
Okay, another well-established from early seasons competitor we haven't gotten to see a whole lot of in recent years, but hope to see some good things from her. Thank you very much. All right, moving right along here. Jake, how shall we proceed next with S.W.A.G?
Well, I didn't expect to, but I kind of have a theme so far about people not reaching their potential, and I'm going to continue with that with David Del Rio.
Someone who had a pretty strong showing there in that first singles match for the tournament, but hopefully under Winston's tutelage would go even beyond that. So well done, sir. We shall continue along with coming back around to Nat.
I was really hoping that Del Rio was to me, but I guess S.W.A.G is doing that. I was really hoping that someone would John Humphrey before I pick in. I'm taking Greg Alba, and I'm breaking up the rejects.
Oh, you're taking Greg Alba. Okay, very strong there. Now, again, we have come to the end of round 8. We are going to just do, again, a little quick recap on where we stand thus far from here. We had Haley Fouch going to the dungeon, Sabrina Ramirez going to the usual suspects, Kevin Smith being picked up by the Den, Jada Paramo being picked up by Quirky Mercs, Vanessa Fitzwilliams picked up by Finstock Exchange, Gray Drake going to the Stars, David Del Rio being picked up by S.W.A.G, and Greg Alba being picked up by Korruption. Now, as we snake back around here into the 9th round, where shall we go with Korruption? Who would you like?
I gotta be honest. I'm running out of people. I was wondering if the chat could help me. I'm just kidding. I don't care about your opinion. I am taking Josh Quevedo because I need a Star Wars player since that son of a bitch Paul just sniped Laura Kelly from me. Josh Quevedo.
Okay. Going with Josh. Very good. Oops, sorry. I shall go ahead and pull you off there. And Jake.
Wait, has someone taken John Humphrey?
No.
So, Nat, you're a fucking idiot. You didn't have to break him up. I'll take John Humphrey.
Okay, very good. So there's a theme here with S.W.A.G and Korruption having two halves of a pre-existing team. So we'll see how that would potentially play out. Thank you, sir. Danny, interesting developments here.
Tad bit. Just a little upset about some of the stuff that just went down, but it's totally fine. I have some backups. Someone that I think that will do very well coming into the next season. If she does play, she does get some chance to play. That'd be really great. Her first showing in the first time that she played was done very well. So for the Stars, I'm gonna pick Claudia Dolph.
Okay. Again, another one that we haven't seen since the beginning of this season, but was very highly touted coming into this season. So hopefully that might continue. All right. Moving right along again here. Mr. Robert, what shall be the 9th round pick for the Finstock Exchange?
So my next one I'm going to move on to is someone that he didn't get a whole lot of viewing this season, but he's got potential. He could be one of the greatest because I've seen him. I've seen what he does outside of the Schmoedown. He's proven himself to be a huge. I'll call him a fanatic. He's like a movie fanatic. So I'm gonna go ahead and grab that spooky guy. What's that spooky guy's name? Hey, what's that spooky guy's name? That the one that we can't get, Andres Gallego, I believe. Yeah, get the Galaghost in here. Let's put
Andres-
the Galaghost in the best faction.
Andres Gallego? Okay. Well, again, best of luck there. So,
Don't need luck. We're awesome.
so you say, sir. All right. Frank, what you got for your number 9?
I mean, what's a Merc without a tank? Give me Tim Franco.
He has actually already been taken.
Then I'll trade for him. Who's got him?
That would be. Oops, sorry. That would be Korruption.
Korruption. Okay, excellent.
Hi.
Guess what? You picked Josh Quevedo. That's not a good look, buddy. But I will trade you Joseph Scrimshaw for Tim Franco.
Interesting. You know what? I'm feeling generous. You got yourself a deal.
There we go.
Okay, so to reiterate what we have here. So, Frank, you are taking Tim Franco in exchange for whom?
For Scrimshaw. So basically, I'm drafting, or what am I doing? I'm trading my pick for Franco and Scrimshaw.
So you
So that's
are.
when Nat gets my pick.
I'm sorry, run that by me again.
So I'm gonna give Nat Scrimshaw and my pick for Franco.
Okay. Very good. I'm just gonna sub in because that's a little bit easier. So then when we come back around to,
So Nat can pick right now because he has.
right, yes, got it. All right, so I'm gonna pull you off here. Sorry about that. So Nat, now you have another pick to decide upon.
So this is my last pick. This is with the 10th spot, correct?
Yes, it will be.
All right. I wasn't prepared for this. I am going to go ahead and corrupt another good soul. I'm taking Matt Atchity.
Okay. All right, and that will round out Korruption's picks, and we'll recap all that there at the end. Thank you, Nat. So next, we're going to vault over to things. Things are getting interesting here, Dylan.
Oh man,
What do you got for me?
these 9 and 10 round picks are getting dicey. I really wanted Atchity because Atchity and Alonso were such a great time. But Nat ruins my day yet again. So the whole family's looking really good together. I feel like I said we're making a new den, but we're going to have one last person come back. We're going to bring back the Flouse. We're going to bring back Brett Sheridan. He's got to come back home.
Okay.
There he is. Look at it.
Time will tell if we will see both Flouse and Brett, or just one or the other.
That's the next hot team.
Only.
I don't want to spoil it, though. I don't want to spoil it. You guys stay tuned.
Okay. Very good. All right. Excellent. All right. Mr. PLD.
Now Frank's got me mulling a trade, but let me see. Either go with this trade offer, or I could just... screw it. We're just going to pick somebody for now. If I want to trade, I'll do it later on. Somebody left on the table that I think has a lot of potential. He's got the knowledge, just needs to learn the game a little bit better. He already started on that path. Jim Vavida is going to be on the suspects.
Okay. Very good. All right. Thank you very much. And now coming back around, Alex. What shall the dungeon do now? You will have the next 2 picks, but to finish out this round 9, what shall be the dungeon's pick?
I wanted to ask. There's one competitor in particular. I don't remember being called.
Okay.
But maybe I might have taken a nap and just missed it.
Okay. Well, who are you thinking?
Alonso Duralde?
He was already chosen. Yep. So the Den does currently have him drafted.
Eat a bag of dicks.
Come on, I will start kicking people off the streams.
Yo, you guys are forgetting the cherry bomb herself, Brittany Young. Come on now.
All right. Well, very, very interesting turn of events here. My goodness. So, we are going to do a quick recap here. So, based on some trading that was going on, Korruption actually already has their full roster here with picking Josh Quevedo and then also being able to get Matt Atchity there. So, leaning back over here, S.W.A.G picks up John Humphrey, Claudia Dolph going to the Stars, Andres Gallego coming over to Finstock Exchange, Frank able to get Tim Franco, but forfeits that draft pick, so he will have 2 at the end. Dylan, if I'm understanding that level of trade correctly, Dylan picking up Brett Sheridan for the Den, and Jim Vavida going to the usual suspects. And Alex, you recently picked up Brittany Young, but you are not quite done yet as we move into you being in the top spot here in round number 10. Who shall be your final pick?
I'm still pondering. I've been looking over everything, and I'm trying to figure out, like, I feel like everyone is taken right now. But there's one person I've been holding out on. Now, it's a risky move. It's totally a risky move, but you know what? I mean, like, I may be managing on behalf of, the dungeon and all that good stuff, but I'm still an action girl at heart, and I am also a member of the Army. I'm going to go with Quiz Show Jeff Altman.
Oh, bringing in another rookie here. All right. Excellent. We shall see. All of us over here at Action Army are very excited to see what he can potentially do. So we shall see how that.
For a fact, he's pretty fantastic. So if things are buts, okay, come on.
There have been good things. I'm trying to remain unbiased here, my dear, but I appreciate you.
Unbiased if you can.
Watch me. Bye. All right. Mr. PLD.
That was an interesting choice, Alex.
It was.
I had my eye on an Action Army member myself, but I don't think I want to quite do so. If I was going to go Action Army, I'd probably go draft Egglord. That's what I do. But I'm not going to do that only because she's not technically in the draft yet, so I don't want to jump on that yet. If she gets in the draft, then I might change my mind later on. Indeed. So, with that in mind, there is someone who has been announced to the draft by Christian. So I'm going to take him on my team, and I've heard he's pretty decent, so we're going to find out. If he's not, well, we'll kick him off later on, right? Chris Van Vliet is going to be part of the suspects.
Okay. You may have to send me a message on how to do that last name, but we'll figure that one out on post.
We got it.
Thank you.
Got it.
All right. Next over here, Dylan, your last pick of the evening, good sir.
It's getting a little wild in here. I don't know.
It's getting wild? I thought it's been wild.
That's the last pick. There's a couple people who have played. I don't know if they're going to play, but you know what? I've drafted 9 fantastic people for the Den and for Kate and for that whole crew. I'm going to make a self-swim. I'm going to go out. I'm going to follow Alex's lead, of all people. We're going to reach out to the Action Army here. Now, I'd seen somebody perform very well in that general free-for-all thing that we had to lose all of our hair over and Paul cheated in. Whatever. It's not going to be Paul, though. Paul's a cheater. We don't draft those people. But we do go ahead and just draft Alan Smithy. Where's your fanny pack, Dylan? Right here on the same team, buddy. Welcome on in, the director, everybody. Let's get him on in here. I don't know. We got nobody else on the draft, so let's bring Alan Smithy, the director, in.
All right.
Salute.
Salute indeed. All right. Moving right along here. Frank, I was corrected. You will be having your 9th round pick now, and then we'll come back around to you at the very end for your 10th and final pick.
Cool.
So what shall be your next?
Was Warfather taken?
Yes.
He was, okay. So then let me go with Sabina.
Sabina Ramirez was already picked.
Sabina Graves.
Sabina Graves. Okay.
Yeah.
Sabina Graves. All right. Very good. Thank you. We'll come back around to you again for that final pick. But next, for their final pick of the night, Mr. Robert.
Oh my God. I can't believe how bad you losers have fucked up. I mean, this is bad. This is a whole new level of bad. Oh my God. Out of all this, pulling people out of retirement that we've got going on, you losers forgot to draft Rachel the Crusher Cushing. Guess who's coming to the best faction ever? Oh my God. How did y'all miss the Crusher? Oh my God. That's loser. That's straight up definition of loser behavior. You look up loser behavior in the Webster dictionary, you will see all of you people who fail to recruit Rachel the Crusher Cushing. That's just, by the way, y'all should all go LLC yourself. You'll save a lot of money on your taxes.
Good to note there. All right. Miss Danny, you wanna follow up that, honey, with some sanity here.
Yeah, so if I'm gonna channel Roxy against that terrible Finstock pick, not because Rachel Cushing isn't a terrible pick, but I don't think that she's gonna play. But she's steadily behind the usual suspects, and I'm gonna stand firm on that. But for my number 10 pick for the Stars, I gotta go with it. We're bringing back, and I just want to put a little asterisk on top of this also, y'all. Side note, this is Danielle talking. This is not an actual pick that I would go with for myself, but it is a pick that I believe that Roxy Stryer would go with, and I think that's what the team would go with. So anyways, my pick for this next round, number 10, Mr. Chris Jericho.
Keeping Jericho on the Stars. Solid choice there, my dear. Thank you so much. All right. Jake.
Well, as much as I love all the Action Army love with Quiz Show and the director, y'all are fucking idiots. And Robert just went full Gucci. You never go full Gucci. I'm going to get someone who has played in the league, and with it being digital, might actually come back. I already have his girlfriend, so I'm bringing on Adam Hlavik.
Okay. Another IG competitor that is also dabbled in teams, so possible double, triple threat there. Very good. All right. Oh, sorry. Did you have another comment?
No, I just said yep.
Okay, very good. All right. We are going to bring on for the final pick of the draft, Mr. Franken-Numbers. What shall be the Quirky Mercs' final pick? Will that trade be worth it in the end?
You know, that's a good question because, I mean, we could get all a little fantastical, which some of these picks have been for sure. And if that's the case, and this is the last pick, and this is a person that I would like to see come back, maybe one day, actually, in real life. It'd be cool if this person came back, and that person is Chris Stockman. He played Once Upon a Time. So.
Oh, okay.
We could, hopefully, one day.
All right. Thank you very much. All right. That concludes the entirety of the 10-round match draft. I'm just going to run through all of the picks before I bring everybody else back on, just to give everybody a chance to breathe. And we shall run through this real quick. All right. For the dungeon, for those free agencies, Liz Shannon Miller, Classic Clark Wolf, Robert Parker. Then picking up in the draft, Zipper, Witt, Howard, Mancuso, Haley Fouch, Brittany Young, and Jeff Alterman. Moving on over to the suspects again, these are these individuals drafting as their as their managers. We'll see how things shake out at the end, but this is our mock draft. We're having fun with this. Usual suspects keeping Ethan Irwin, getting Craig the Barbarian, Dangerous Dan Merle, Laura Kelly, Video Drew, Jen Kemp, Saul, Sabrina Ramirez, Jim Vavida, Chris Van Vliet. Moving on over to the Den, Ben the Bandit Goddard, Ben the Boss Bateman, Andres Cabrera, Alonzo Duralde, Andrew Guy, Rachel Silvestrini, Sean Gerber, Kevin Smith, Brett Sheridan, and Alan Smithy. Frank with the Quirky Mercs has Mara Knopik, William the Beast Bibiani, Brendan the Kid Meyer, Marisol McKee, Tim Franco, James White, Thomas Harper, Jada Paramo, Sabina Graves, and Chris Stuckman. Moving on up to Finstock Exchange, Outlaw Roca, Andrew DeMolanta, Hannah, Drew McWeeny, Tom, Perry Nemiroff, Robert Montano, Vanessa Fitzwilliams, Andres Gallego, Rachel the Crusher Cushing, Danny, Jeff Snyder, Mark Andraco, Alex Damon, Paul Preston, Janine the Machine, Sean Sullivan, JTE, Gray Drake, Claudia Dolph, Chris Jericho. Second to last here, S.W.A.G, Chandra Donapani, Paul Oyama, Lon Harris, Molly Damon, Mark Riley, Warfather, Emily Rose Jacobson, David Del Rio, John Humphrey, and Adam Plavick. And Korruption rounding things out here for Nat with Collins, Ellison, Kalinowski, Mark Hoyk, Elliot Dewberry, Joseph Skirmishaw, Whitney Seibold, Greg Alba, Josh Coveto, and Matt Atchity. Oh boy, we have had quite a night here. I'm just going to look here. Excellent. I'm going to bring everybody back in to kind of wrap everything up. Excellent. Y'all, thanks so much for coming in. How you guys feeling?
We did it!
We did it!
We found that many people to fill out our list. That's the biggest feat, honestly.
I got to a point where I was like crossing, got to a point where I was like, oh, man. I literally crossed every person out. And I was like, come on.
Oh, goodness.
Gosh.
I want to know what the chat thinks. I want to know what the chat thinks.
I'm looking over
This
here.
is definitely fun for us.
Yeah.
I will say I did a lot better than I expected.
Honestly, I'm really interested to see what everyone thinks has the strongest faction, but also which is like probably the most accurate faction considering the manager.
Right. Accurate faction, and which is the strongest faction, but also why in the world did we draft so many retired players so early? You animals. That's what the chat wants to know.
That's a good question.
That's a great question, guys.
Pretty sure that's why Christian checked out.
Yeah. Make sure to clip that and send it to Christian and say, hey, the draft kept going even after we drafted. We drafted Christian at one point. Things got real wacky. I don't know.
Karloff got, Ellis got drafted. We did
Alice
all
got
that.
drafted.
Yeah.
Things got a little wacky. We had a little bit of trading going on here.
Mhm.
What's Schmoedown without a little drama? So we were just following form here. So, all right. So, Alex, PLD, Danny, you guys got anything else you want to throw in before we kind of sign off here for the evening?
I think
Actually, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and plug this before we do sign out, y'all, just because Chill to Action has taken a little bit of a break. We really do appreciate everyone's patience with it. And also, I just want to send, just from me personally, to everyone in this community, thank you so much. I know that a lot of people understand what I've been going through for the past weekend, and all of the support and the love that I have received from everyone in this community has genuinely helped, and I truly, truly appreciate it. So without further ado, next week this Sunday on Chill to Action, we are hanging out with the faction leader of the whole entire Schmoedown coming out of this season, Miss Shannon Barney. So come and hang out. We're hanging out with the Queen of Korruption herself. I'm going to put that back up for a little bit longer so you can see this awesome work that Jake Iacovetta does for us. Big shout out to Jake for doing all of our thumbnails, all of that good stuff. It looks great. We're so happy to be doing Chill. We did have to we had a little stumble last episode, but we will get Tom back on. So we promise. Tom has been talking to Paul. We have been in cahoots with it, so we will make sure that we get that Tom episode out for you as well. But we're very excited to talk to Shannon next week. And thank you all so much for the support. Thank you all from me personally for the love. Genuinely appreciate it. And that's what we have going on for Chill. What else do we have going on for the channel? Alex, you got anything coming up for the channel?
No.
Everyone is taking a break. Everyone is chilling.
Yeah.
We're definitely taking some time off.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing call live. At some point, we're doing call live. We're going to talk about the draft coming up and everything. We'll talk about actual news and rumors instead of the fun little games we had tonight, kind of thing.
We are going to be doing some stuff on Twitch here pretty soon. We're going to be playing pretty fun games and all that good stuff. So, definitely stay tuned for that.
Twitch. That's crazy. Nat, do you know anything about Twitch?
Yeah, so I'm sure some of you have noticed, I'm on my phone right now because my laptop is destroyed and I'm getting it repaired. So hopefully that's the reason why we haven't done Twitch Tuesdays in a while. But hopefully it will be back this week. It's usually on Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Pacific time. So check us out. It's a really good time.
Love you, Nat.
All right. Excellent.
Love you too.
Excellent. So like I said, guys, thank you all so much for hanging out with us for this mock draft. Things got a little crazy. Things got a little wacky. What else is new here in Call to Action? But we're going to start with some of our guest managers here. Frank, where can the folks find you and everything you do?
Yeah, sure. Just follow me on Twitter and Instagram, FrankieJ29.
Heard you do a show every once in a while.
Yeah. The two-time award-winning show. Retired. Yes.
Yes.
You brought it up, not me. So.
It's all right. It's all right.
The award's here somewhere.
One of my favorite moments from the awards was the pain on your face when you said call to action.
You know what? It's funny. I completely have blocked out that memory. So
You've repressed it. All right. Robert, where can the folks find you?
I really don't have anything to plug. No, actually, I'll tell you what. You can go check out. You could go check out some other awesome guys. Had this draft gone to 12, I probably would have picked these next two guys. They're over on that Cinefanatics channel. Y'all knew I was going to say that sometime. It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyways. Go over to the Cinefanatics YouTube channel. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe over there. They've got their show where they're talking about movies, the tagline. It also happens to be on Tuesday night, so we'll just see who's the best YouTube channel there. Anyways, so on Tuesday nights at 9 p.m. Central Time, that would be 7 Pacific or 10 Eastern. 9:30, whatever time they feel like going. That's up to them. But yeah, make sure you go over there. Follow them at Cinefanatics on Cinefanatics MLP on Twitter and Instagram. You can find me at Robert Adams MLP on Twitter, Instagram. I have nothing to do with the Cinefanatics, so I'm Bob Armani LLC, repping the best faction of the whole thing. I won this draft easily by far.
Very good. Well,
It's the best faction. Yeah.
This claim is disputed.
Frank and Bob, thank you so much for joining us on this stream. I'm going to loop back around to the rest of our crew, introduce you guys, make sure everybody knows where to follow you guys. Jake, got anything that you would like to plug?
Nah, I'm just here, usually behind the scenes. Find me at Twitter at Jake Iacovetta, IACOVETTA, and that's about it.
Loser.
Alright.
It's time to put yourself out there. You don't have anything to plug. Whatever.
Suck my dick.
All right. Nat, where can we find you?
You can find me on Twitter at NattyIce44. Find me on Twitch every Tuesdays at 6 p.m. PST. And you can also check out the Late to the Party video they did for 1984. I got the opportunity to go see with them. It was really awesome. So tell them Nat sent you, and hopefully they'll invite me to more stuff.
Excellent.
I
Dylan.
will tell them that.
Thank you.
Just so they're on my
Appreciate
team.
that.
Dylan.
Yes, you can catch me on Twitter at CAMACHOcto right there. I had to type it out because I know it's like this weird thing. You couldn't pronounce it. It's a strange thing. You can also catch me on Twitch Tuesdays whenever Nat's laptop gets fixed. Don't worry, if you follow our Call to Action podcast Twitter, you'll know when it comes up because we now have hijacked it and we can post on it again. So that's really good stuff. Talk about so much good fun stuff. And if you've been tuning in, then you know what segment to tune into. Alan Smithy, you better be in there, you bastard. I drafted you into the den. I better see you with Twitch Tuesdays for the rest of your life. I'll see you there.
All right, Mr. PLD.
At Paul_DiNuzzo on Twitter. You can find me with Chilled Action with my lovely co-host Danny Joy. And also this week, because we still have no idea where Andrew Guy is, he's still locked in a van somewhere. We're still trying to figure out where exactly he is. I'll be hosting Action Unfiltered with Ben Bateman on Friday as well.
All right, Miss Danny.
What's up, y'all? You know me, it's your girl, Danny Joy. You can find me on Twitter at Danny Joy, DANIEEJOY. You can also find me here every Sunday, hosting Chill to Action with my favorite co-host, Mr. Paul DiNuzzo. And also, check out my personal YouTube channel. You can go and find me there next Tuesday on the 22nd. Watch the Book is actually happening, y'all. If anyone has been following me for some time now, I've been talking about this for quite some time. But finally, Maxwell Haddad will be joining me. We are going to be talking about The Greatest Gift / It's a Wonderful Life. So we're going to talk about the book and the movie and the similarities and differences and everything in between it. And then the week after that, the Padawan Book Club is also starting. So you can come and hang out with me and Mr. PJ Campbell from the PJ Campbell Network as well. Max is also from the PJ Campbell Network. Padawan Book Club will be starting. We're going to talk about Aftermath. So come and hang out with me on my personal YouTube channel. We're finally doing stuff. Thank you so much. And again, I have to say this as many times as I can. I just want to say thank you so much to everyone that has been there for me during this incredibly traumatic time that I've gone through. I cannot tell you how much this community means to me, how much every single person that is on the screen with me means to me. You all have been there for me through this, and I just can't tell you all thank you enough. Thank you for allowing me to come back in a safe and comfortable space. I truly, truly appreciate it. Hug your pets. Love your puppies. Give them a hug for me and give them a big belly rub. And thank you all so much again for tuning into this channel. Like, comment, subscribe. Thank you. Okay, Alex left and it's her turn.
Literally just leaves.
How on brand.
Very, very on brand.
Much. Oh, there it is.
There it is.
What?
We love our action pets here. We do absolutely love our action pets here. So love your action pets, everyone. Love them all with all of your heart.
All love to you, Danny. And Miss Alex, you now have a kitty. Where else can we find you?
You can see me strangling with love both my cats on Twitter at real_AlexMac. You can also find me doing some stuff on tomorrow morning. I'm doing Mornings with the Outlaw, where we talk about movie news, a whole bunch of stuff. Still no bias. We're going to be, we watched a bunch of movies for the first time. We watched National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation very recently with the Screen Crush editor. Whole bunch of stuff, but turns out, surprise, Drew and I don't like Christmas movies all that much. So, hot take. So, yeah, please definitely stay tuned for that.
All right, excellent. And you can find me here on C2A, putting up a bunch of stats for reaction and match breakdowns that we do here. Aren't going to be doing as much of that, but stay tuned. There might be some random things getting thrown out on the Twitter, Facebook accounts, Instagram of different stats that I'll be pulling throughout this off season. If you want to follow along with me personally, that is Megs_reclaimed on Twitter and Instagram. And I'll be posting on the faction pages as well as the main MTS page on Facebook. And again, another great thank you guys so much for all the work that we did here for the draft. And thank you guys so much for tuning in and watching. It was a lot of fun. Things got a little crazy, but again, very on brand. So for tonight, we shall say good night. Have a happy and safe holiday. Everyone, talk to somebody that you haven't for a while. Get in touch with those family members that aren't able to get out or aren't comfortable. Just make them feel loved throughout this holiday season. So,
Just want to especially thank both Frank and Robert Adams for filling out our crew with the rest of the numbers. So we appreciate it. It was a good time, you guys. Thank you very much.
Goes without
Absolutely.
And also, happy motherfucking birthday to PLD, man.
Happy birthday, Paul!
Yes. Happy birthday.
Thank you, guys. Much appreciated.
All right. On that note, I'll be nice, Alex, for one day.
Never.
We salute you all and a good night. Goodbye.
Bye.